Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters Villa. My name is Aldi Hendarsyah and I'm here to give a speech about human rights violation. Before I start my speech, I will give a question. What will you think if I ask you about human rights violation? Maybe some of you will think about what has happened to the Rohingya people. Maybe some of you will think about Palestine. And now, I totally believe that some of you will think about what has happened to the Muslim today, to the people who has called us the terrorists of this world. Therefore, in this occasion, I'm going to talk about what has happened to the Muslim today is wrong and it must be stopped. To start my speech, I will explain about United Nations Resolution 96, and after that, I will explain about my first reason, and the last is I will mention about Quran Surah Al-Maidah chapter 32, also my second reason, and eventually I will end my speech with summarizing my points and giving some suggestions. First, United Nations Resolutions 96 is a formal script to solving problems like human rights violation, especially to the genocide. United Nations, or also called as UN, is an international organization and international regime who has a privilege to make some rules. The rules are made by UN, is legitimate to all the state members of the UN as the consequences to being a UN member. UN 96 resolution said that genocides, according to the international law, contradicts with the United Nations objectives, and it is done by the civilized people. So the big question is, why the torture and murder to the Muslims still happen? Who is the wrong one, the Muslim or the civilized people? My first reason why I disagree with what has happened to the Muslim today is dislike what civilized world said to the genocide. It is a damned behavior. Genocide is a systematic form of slaughter that aimed to wiping out an ethnic or group. The definition of genocide is dislike exactly what has happened to the Muslim today. From 1965 until now, the Rohingya people still under pressure by their military regime. The Myanmar military regime carried out 16 operations, and the security force during that operation has driven the Rohingya people from their land, burned down their mosque, slaughtered the people, and raping the women. During the 1948 until now, the Palestine people still under the pressure of Israel military. From 2000 until 2017, from the conflict of Palestine and Israel, there are 80,000 people recorded dead. The 7,000 victims, or 90%, came from the people of Palestine. In addition, the victims are not just came from the military, it is also came from civil society. So why? Who is the real terrorist and the real victims? After that, I will mention about Quran Surah Al-Maidah chapter 32, also my second reason. In Quran Surah Al-Maidah chapter 32 said that if you kill someone who is not a killer or not a destroyer of this earth, you might kill all humanity of this earth. Islam is not a danger religion. It can be proved by its doctrine. Islam loving peace, just like UN and civilized world do. So why Islam can call us the terrorists, and also why the government of Israel and Myanmar can do such horrible things to the Palestine and Rohingya people. So that's my second reason why the human right violation to the Muslim must be stopped. Our humanity right violation is wrong and must be stopped. The last is my conclusion. All things that has happened to the Muslim today, to our brother and sister who has get treated unfairly, is wrong and must be stopped. UN, as a world regime, has said that genocide and any other human rights violation, it must be stopped. So, as the part of civilized world, and especially a Muslim, we must start to promoting our brothers and sisters' rights to the international society. Make them aware with our brothers and sisters' conditions, and start to making a peace. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Keeping a peace. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.